Hello, this is Dr. Anand Rachagan, Islamia College, Waniyambadi. I welcome you all once again to the lecture on infrared spectroscopy. In my previous lecture, we have discussed about the factors influencing the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. We saw how mass effect is influencing the frequency of absorption. The mass effect is of two types. One is a primary mass effect, another one is secondary mass effect. We saw the difference between primary and secondary mass effect, how it is able to influence the frequency of absorption. And after that, we started the discussion on the force constant, which is another term that is determining the frequency of absorption. Nu bar is equal to 1 by 2 pi c square root of k pi mu. So force constant, I already told you that it is a measure of the strength of the chemical bonds. Various factors are influencing the strength of the chemical bond, and through that the force constant is influenced and the frequency of absorption is influenced. First we saw what is meant by vibrational coupling and how it influences the frequency of absorption of various groups in an organic molecule. And after that, with the suitable illustrations, I discussed the important factor in IR spectroscopy, namely hydrogen bonding and its influence over the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. In continuation of that discussion, let us discuss another important effect, namely electronic effects. How the electronic effect is able to influence the frequency of absorption. We shall see. See, let us imagine a simple molecule where see, in reactions mechanisms, we study about the various electronic effects, namely inductive effect, resonance effect, or mesomeric effect. Here, the electronic effects are operating through the chemical bonds which are attached to the groups. So, if the effect is operating through the intervening chemical bond, it is called as a electronic effect, and it is of different types, namely inductive, mesomeric, or resonance effects. Sometimes the same effect is operating through space. If the effect is operating through space, then it is called as field effects. We shall discuss about the electronic effects and field effects separately. First, we shall see the electronic effects and its influence over the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. See, I have given three examples. Look at the first one. The first one is acetone, CH3CO, CH3. The CO stretching frequency is very close to 1720 centimeter inverse. Look at the next example where you have a CO group. It is nothing but our vinyl substituted acetone. The CO group is in conjugation with a carbon-carbon double bond. That's all. See, in this compound, in compound 2, the same CO stretching frequency is noted around 1700 centimeter inverse. there is a reduction in the frequency of absorption. The CO frequency of absorption, which was observed in 1720 centimeter inverse in acetone, now it has come down to 1700 centimeter inverse. If the same acetone molecule is substituted with a phenyl ring, this is nothing but your acetophenone. In acetophenone, CH3CO, because of this phenyl ring, the phenyl ring is in conjugation with the CO group. In this case also, the CO group frequency is noted around 1700 centimeter inverse. Look at the next molecule. First I have taken 1-butene. 1-butene has a carbon-carbon double bond stretching frequency around 1650 centimeter inverse. The next example is 1,3-butadiene. In 1,3-butadiene, you have two carbon-carbon double bonds which are in conjugation with each other. In the first compound, namely 1-butene, the frequency of absorption is noted around 1650 centimeter inverse. Whereas in the second compound, the carbon-carbon double bond frequency is noted around 1610 centimeter inverse. There is a reduction in the frequency of absorption. If there is a reduction in the frequency of absorption, then what is the reason? Just now we saw that the electronic effects are operating, resonance effects are operating, field effects are operating. So, from this example, it is very clear that resonance effect is operating. 1,3-butadiene system, we all know that it is showing resonance effect. So, we are able to draw various resonance structures for 1,3-butadiene. So, when a carbon-carbon double bond is in conjugation with another carbon-carbon double bond, because of the resonance effect, the carbon-carbon double bond strength is going down. It is weakened due to resonance stabilization. As a result, the frequency of absorption also comes down. Same thing is with our ketones also. In acetone, there is no resonance effect. When the CO group is in conjugation with a carbon-carbon double bond, resonance effect operates. As a result, the CO group frequency is weakened. In addition to that, if you look at the carbon-carbon double bond frequency, that will also be weakened due to the same resonance effect. In the case of acetophenone also, the same resonance effect, weakening effect of the carbonyl group is observed due to the conjugation with the phenyl ring. So, it is because of the resonance effect, the structures are getting weakened. So, look at the resonance structures. Acetone, next one is when it is in conjugation with a carbon-oxygen double bond, carbon-carbon double bond, conjugation with carbon-carbon, look at the resonance structure. So, by shifting the carbon-carbon double bond, you are able to draw one more electronic structure for vinyl substituted acetone. So, the CO group, instead of a double bond, it is almost very close to a carbon-oxygen single bond. The strength of the carbon-oxygen bond is going down or getting down. As a result, we have a reduction in the frequency of absorption. The same resonance stabilization is explained with acetophenone also. Because of the conjugation with the CO group, conjugation of the CO group with the phenyl ring, we are able to draw resonance structures. So, the CO group frequency is weakened due to resonance effect, which is an electronic effect in these molecules. Let us see a few more examples. See, in these examples, you are having substituted acetophenones. The phenyl ring is substituted in the para position with a methoxy group as well as a nitro group. So, when the phenyl ring is substituted, then the mesomeric effect is operating. Methoxy group, because of its lone pair of electrons over the oxygen, it is able to donate a pair of electrons. So as a result, the CO group gets opened, the carbonyl group. I have indicated the opening of the CO group with the help of arrows. So a CO double bond group is slowly becoming a CO single bond with a negative charge. CO single bond with a negative charge. So methoxy group, because of its electron donating inductive effect, this effect happens. That is, the CO group gets opened and it is weakened. That is called as plus sum effect. Whereas when it is substituted with a nitro group, nitroacetophenone, para-nitroacetophenone. In para-nitroacetophenone, the CO group frequency is higher when compared to acetone or acetophenone. The reason is very simple. See, in the case of a nitro group is an electron withdrawing group. So because of its effect, electron withdrawing effect, it is offering minus M effect. So the lone pair of electrons over the oxygen atom is driven inside the double bond. The carbon-oxygen double bond is slowly becoming a carbon-oxygen triple bond with a positive charge over oxygen. The lone pair of electrons over the oxygen are driven towards the carbon-oxygen double bond. So it is because of the electron withdrawing effect of the nitro group. As a result, we can say the minus M effect is operating. So the CO group frequency is higher when compared to acetophenone. Whereas in the first compound, the CO group frequency is lower when compared to acetophenone. So it is how substituents are able to influence the operation of mesomeric effect. Some of the substituents are offering plus some effect, some of them are offering minus some effect. All the operation of these field effects are reflected in the group frequency in IR spectroscopy. Look at the next example. In this example, I have taken acetophenone, CH3CO, CH3. When one of the methyl group is substituted with the amino group, it is acetamide. Acetamide has CH3CO, NH2 group. Nitrogen with a lone pair of electrons. So if it is shifted, it is able to donate electrons plus psi effect, inductive effect, electron donating inductive effect. The CO group gets opened. So in acetamide, the CO group frequency is lower when compared to acetone. Whereas when the same amino group is substituted with chlorine, acetyl chloride. Chlorine is an electron withdrawing substituent. So it will withdraw the electron density over the carbonyl oxygen. So a CO double bond is slowly becoming a CO triple bond because of the electron withdrawing inductive effect or electronegative effect of chlorine. Electronegative substituents will withdraw electrons towards them. So the CO group frequency is higher than acetone. So it is how the electronic effects are operating, namely inductive effect and mesomeric effect or resonance effect are operating in the organic molecule. Look at the last example. This is a special case. Here we have esters CH3COOR. CO carbonyl group is there and CO ester group COO. So the oxygen of the ester has two lone pairs of electrons. When R is alkyl, if it is alkyl esters, then it has an influence over the CO group frequency absorption. The alkyl groups are offering electron donating inductive effect due to hyperconjugation. So the lone pair of electrons over the oxygen atom is driven towards the CO group. As a result, the CO group tends to open. CO group becomes a CO minus group. Double bond is slowly moving towards a single bond when R is alkyl. So Because of this, the CO group frequency is weakened and it is lower when compared to acetone. Whereas, if the same R group is aryl, if it is a phenyl ring instead of a alkyl substituent, then the phenyl ring, because of its electron density, it withdraws the electrons over the heteroatom, namely oxygen. So the electrons pair over the heteroatom is driven more towards the phenyl ring. As a result, the CO group, oxygen, has a pair of electrons that is driven inside. So the CO group is slowly becoming a carbon-oxygen triple bond with a positive charge. It increases the strength of carbonyl group. So the CO group frequency of this compound, namely aryl esters, is higher than the alkyl esters, or it is the CO group frequency of aryl esters is higher than acetone. So it is how electronic effects are influencing the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. Now, let us see another important factor that is influencing the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. Actually, it is bond angle which is influencing the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. See, look at a carbonyl group. The carbonyl group shows sp2 hybridization. Carbon of carbonyl group. Normally carbon shows sp3 hybridization. Because of the sp3 hybridization, the geometry is tetrahedral. And the bond angle is close to 109 degree 8 minutes. But if the hybridization changes from sp3 to sp2, either it is a carbonyl group or it is a carbon-carbon double bond. In ethylene molecule, the hybridization is sp2. Because of the sp2 hybridization, the bond angle becomes 120 degree. That is why ethylene molecule is a planar one. So when you have sp2 hybridization, the molecule, the carbonyl group or carbon-carbon double bond groups, they become planar. But due to some changes in the structural modification, say if you put a bulky substituent, steric effect will operate. Or if you cyclize the groups, if you observe the CO groups in the cyclic molecules, cyclohexanone, cyclopentanone, cyclobutanone, propanone, cyclohexene, cyclopentene, butene, cyclopropene. So as a result, because of the structural changes, sometimes you may put bulky substituents in the ortho position of the carbonyl group. So whatever it may be, because of this, the molecule is experiencing some strain. Or we can say, sometimes the bond angle may also change. If the bond angle is less than 120 degree, then in the hybridization, more of s orbitals are participating. So in a carbon, atomic number 6, we have 1s, 2s, 2p orbitals, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, that is the electronic configuration. If the s orbital electron is promoted to the p orbital, then we have sp3 hybridization in methane. On the other hand, if 1s and 2p orbitals are participating, then it is sp hybridization in a molecule like ethylene or carbonyl group. So, if the bond angle is changing, or if it is a ring system with a lot of strain, then as a result, what happens, the s orbital participation is more when compared to p orbital. The s orbital is a orbital which is very close to the carbon nucleus. So in such cases, the chemical bond of such a carbon with any other atom, whether it is a carbon atom or it is an oxygen atom, it becomes more strong. because the s orbital participation is more. So whenever the hybridization has more of s character, then the bond strength improves. This happens when the bond angle is more than, when the bond angle is less than 120 degree. On the other hand, if the bond angle is greater than 120 degree due to the same structural effect, then the CO frequency decreases. For example, ditertiary butyl ketone. Steric effect is operating. Look at the bond angle. It is more than 120 degree in ditertiary butyl ketone. So, because of that, the CO group frequency decreases. Whereas, look at this example: cyclohexanone, cyclopentanone, cyclobutanone, cyclopropanone. The ring strength increases. I have indicated it with the help of an arrow. The ring strength increases on moving from cyclohexanone to cyclopropanone. Because of this ring strength, the bond angle also changes, and as a result, the CO group frequency also increases. Among the four compounds, the CO group frequency in cyclohexanone is the lowest, and in cyclobutanone it is highest. So this is one example where the field effects are operating, the change in bond angles are affecting the frequency of absorption in IR spectroscopy. We can see a few more examples also. See, in the case of alkenes, a carbon-carbon double bond in a cyclic system, cyclohexene, pentene, butene, propene. So when N, I have indicated with the help of a simple formula, N is equal to 1 to 6. When N is equal to 6, it is cyclohexene. 5 pentene, 4 butene, 3 propene. See, when N is equal to 2, we have cyclobutene. See, in this case, the carbon-carbon double bond stretching frequency is noted around 1110 centimeter inverse to 1650 centimeter inverse in cyclic structure of butenes, except one compound, that is cyclobutene. Cyclobutene molecule shows a C double bond C stretching frequency around 1566 centimeter inverse. What is the reason? Cyclobutene molecule, look at the geometry, it is a square type molecule. That means the carbon-carbon bond angle is 90 degree. So, when the CH and CC bonds, when they are undergoing a stretching vibration and bending vibration, it affects the vibrations of the carbon-carbon double bond. So when there is a C double bond C bending vibration, it affects the carbon-carbon stretching vibration. As a result, because of the change in the bond angle, it is 90 degree, the CC bending vibration, CH bending vibration, it changes the bond angle. As a result, the C double bond C stretching frequency is lowered, and it is noted around 1566 centimeter inverse. See, we saw the relationship between hybridization and stretching frequency. The CH stretching frequency in alkanes, the bond angle is 109 degree 8 minutes. The carbon of alkanes, methyl or carbons of ethyl group, whatever it may be, the carbon shows sp3 hybridization. The s orbital participation is nearly 25%. So, look at the next example, next compound, namely alkenes. If you move from alkanes to alkenes, the alkenes carbon shows sp2 hybridization. The s orbital participation is nearly 33%. So the S character is more. As a result, the bond strength increases. So naturally, a carbon-carbon double bond is stronger than a carbon-carbon single bond, and a carbon-hydrogen bond is also strong in ethylene. In methane or in alkanes, the CH strength is lower because the sp3 hybridization, the s orbital participation is 25, whereas in ethylene molecule or in alkenes, the CH bond strength is more. The reason is the carbon shows sp2 hybridization. It has more of S character, 33%. So the CH bond is more strong in ethylene. Look at the last example, namely acetylene. Here you have a carbon-carbon triple bond. The hybridization is sp. In my slide preparation, I made a small mistake. It is not sp3, it is sp hybridization. Once again, I repeat, in the molecule of acetylene, the hybridization of the carbon is sp3. It is not sp3. I have given it as sp3. It is not sp3. It is sp hybridization. I made a mistake. So the sp hybridization is there. Because of this sp hybridization, the carbon-carbon triple bond is more strong. Almost 50% S character is there. The carbon has 50% S character. So because of this, the CH bond is more strong when compared to the CH bond of a alkene. So here, in these three compounds, namely alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, we are comparing the frequency of absorption of the CH group. The CH group frequency is higher in alkynes, carbon-carbon triple bonded compounds. It is because of the sp hybridization in molecules like acetylene or any alkyne. The hybridization is sp. Once again I repeat, in the slide I made a mistake. It is not sp3 hybridization, it is sp hybridization. 50% S character is there. So the CH bond of an alkyne shows a higher frequency of absorption when compared to alkene. Alkenes have a higher frequency of absorption for CH group when compared to alkanes, because the hybridization of the carbon is sp2. 33% S character is there. So the CH group frequency is higher than alkanes and it is lower than alkynes. So the CH group frequency increases in the order, namely alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. It is because of the change in hybridization from sp3 to sp2 and sp2 to sp hybridization. So it is how the change in bond angle and the change in hybridization are affecting the frequency of absorption of various groups in IR spectroscopy. Let us move to the next effect. See, this effect is your field effect. Already we saw what is meant by field effect. If our electronic effects are operating through the intervening chemical bonds, we call it as an electronic effect. That is your inductive effect, mesomeric effect or resonance effect, whatever it may be. If they are operating through the intervening chemical bonds, it is called electronic effect. In some cases, in some of the organic molecules, the same effects are operating through space. So if the electronic effects are operating through space and not through the intervening chemical bonds, then such effects are called as field effects. The field effects are more observed in cyclic systems. For example, the Cyclohexanone system. This is the example of cholesterol system. Part of the cholesterol molecule is taken. When a carbonyl group is having a alpha halogen, if you have a chlorine in the equatorial or axial position, the chlorine is in the next carbon, alpha carbon, next to the carbonyl group, but it is able to influence the CO group frequency to some extent through space. Chlorine has electronegative effect. When the chlorine is very close to the carbonyl group, when the chlorine is very far away from the carbonyl group, it has its own influence. See, when the chlorine is in the equatorial position, the CO frequency is higher. The CO group, the Cl chlorine in the equatorial position is very close to the CO group, and it is able to repel the electron pair over the carbonyl group. As a result, the electron pair over the carbonyl group is driven inside the CO group, so it strengthens the carbonyl group. As a result, the CO group frequency is higher when the chlorine is in the equatorial position. So we have the problem of conformation. Chlorine in the alpha position, it may present in the equatorial position or in the axial position. When it is in the equatorial position, that isomer has a higher frequency of CO group when compared to chlorine in the axial position. See, the next example, you have a orthochloroester, COOMe group, the ester group. I have given two structures, both are chemically equivalent, but if you rotate the carbon-carbon single bond connecting the phenyl ring with the CO group, then you get another isomer. So if you assume that these two are isomers, the isomers are produced just by the rotation of a carbon-carbon sigma bond, just like our conformations. We change from one conformation to another conformation just by the rotation of a carbon-carbon bond in cyclohexane system. Axial becomes equatorial and equatorial positions become axial. It is because of the rotation of a carbon-carbon sigma bond. Such isomers are called as conformation isomers or rotational isomers. The isomers are produced just by the rotation of a carbon-carbon sigma bond. In the last two examples also, we get two isomeric orthochloroesters. Of course, the stability is less. One isomer changes into another one so frequently. Anyhow, we are able to represent the isomers able to represent the molecule in two isomeric forms. So we have two isomers. The two isomers are called as rotational isomers or rotamers. In the first structure, the carbonyl oxygen is very close to the chlorine. In the second structure, the carbonyl group is far away from the chlorine. So the same electronic repulsion occurs here also as a result. This compound, namely methyl orthochlorobenzoate. Methyl orthochlorobenzoate, that is the correct name of the compound. Methyl orthochlorobenzoate will show two CO frequencies. Instead of one, it will show two CO frequencies because of its ability to exist in two rotational isomers. So such effects are called as field effects, which is operating through space. So with this, I conclude today's lecture. From the next class onwards, we shall discuss about the characteristic group frequencies of organic compounds that we shall see in the next lecture. Thank you.